evening, everybody, and welcome to another installment of Chronicles of the Spheres with yours truly, Dig. We are here, and everybody is ready to go. We've got our ever-present webmaster Sloth. We've got Big D. We've got Bob. And we've got the new guy, who is making a very good name for himself in a positive way, and not like most new people who really fuck everything up. So we are now back. When we last left our intrepid explorers, they had just dealt with an elder ancient black dragon. And Grim had found that he could take and summon a guard of other ancient dragons to take and fight for him. And here's where we will be starting tonight. Grim.
Yes.
Anything you wish to take and propagate out to the masses?
Well, right now we're figuring out the backstory of my character, and we're getting ready to open a sarcophagus that apparently contains my child. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
You did beat Dad.
I still stand by the fact
You ain't kidding. Left to get milk one time.
It seems like an awfully big sarcophagus for a kid. I'm just saying.
Well, it's my kid, but I'm not saying he's a kid.
But he died when he was a kid, right?
I don't know. My character's fresh on this, buddy.
Well, we saw a picture of it.
And it didn't say he was a kid. Maybe he's just a big kid.
Well, again, we saw a picture of it. Did we not see a picture of a child-sized body in your wife's arms?
You saw a pictogram carved into the wall of a child.
Well, yeah, but that's all I'm saying.
But nothing.
Pictograms aren't to scale, brother. I don't know.
Also, whoever drew the picture may have only heard the story, not have seen it.
Exactly.
So, are you going to open said sarcophagi?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Are you doing it by yourself, or are you going to have help?
Well, if the cleric's not helping me, I'm going to force him to.
I can help you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Say it in... Kale comes down here.
No. Kale is a telekinetic. Kale stays right where he is and helps you from over there.
You can't see the sarcophagus. Well, I suppose maybe you can. Okay. Could I have a strength check, please, Bob? Bum, 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 bum.
Here's where I go. You're going to have to roll it for me unless you just want me to start making up numbers.
Nope. I got it.
I was going to give him a hand.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to need a hand.
What does the 14 do?
Coupled with what he rolled, it's enough to take in, you hear, like it's scraping.
All right, guys, on 3. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3.
All right. Since this is brute force lifting on my end with telekinesis, can I roll my intelligence?
Sure.
I got an 18 that time.
Okay.
Oh. I rolled a 2.
So you're pushing the other way, not helping, but kind of impeding. But that's okay, because between Grim and D, they were able to take and get it popped open. You open it, and as you look inside the sarcophagus, you see a vaguely human shape.
Is it because we're in a dark lit room, or is it because?
It's decayed.
All right, can we just not see it real clear?
It is because you are in a darkened room.
Okay.
Oh, well,
All right, then I'm
it
gonna pull out
shouldn't
my.
be in a darkened room because
camera.
I should have my little lantern floating.
You're right.
It seems to vanish every session for whatever reason. Give me a second. I'll have
It
it back
needs
up.
to be recharged.
Oh, no, I don't want a square. There we go.
Where do you
I don't
put
have
the
dark
light?
vision, so I can't see without this. Well, near the sarcophagus so we can see.
Okay,
Nilla.
D,
Yep.
I need you to make 3 rolls for me.
All right. What
I
which
need
ones?
you to make a Constitution. I need you to make a Wisdom, and I need you to
Regular
make
or
a Strength.
saving?
Saving.
Regular or saving? Okay. Constitution, wisdom, and strength. Con save. Ooh. With a 16.
Okay.
Wisdom. Oh, you
Good healthy
bitch.
con save right there.
With an 8.
Okay.
And then strength. With a 24.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Grim.
That is, I gotta
Yeah.
say, that is exactly the sort of role I'd expect from a barbarian.
Right. Right.
As
Perfect.
you
Right.
look down upon this, it looks like because you've seen them before. It looks like the child of and like a child that was turned undead way too early.
Yeah.
But you notice that it has wings.
Ooh. Does it look like there's some semblance of life left in it?
Interesting question. Are you going to do your commune thing and find out?
Yeah, I'll put my hand upon its head and see if it answers.
Okay. Can I get a wisdom check, please?
As soon as you roll it, sir.
I know. As soon as I said it, I'm like, Nat 20.
The truck doors.
Nat
Oh,
20.
sweet.
Well, that's a lot better than I did on my real life insight check as to whether or not this would be your kid's sarcophagus. At the very least, it does sound like the body's child sized. I love that roll.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Who is this?
Yeah, boy.
I'm Raven.
This is for us? No, but I got a front for y'all.
Right. How long have you been here?
Is this something the rest of us should be hearing?
Nope.
Okay.
You'd be all right. I'd tell you anyway. He just assumes by now that everybody's gonna know.
All right.
I-
As just bits
I-
and pieces were coming through, and I didn't know if I should be actually properly hearing them or not.
I don't. What is time?
I get that. It flows weird for me too, buddy.
My
Um,
mother
can-
told me to wait.
Can you move?
D, Theoden, and Biscuit, you see literally the head reattach itself to the body. Con checks, please.
Saving or regular?
Saving,
Saving.
please.
Jesus Christ, how do you have a fucking +7? God. That's pretty insane.
And it's only on my savings throw. I am not sure offhand, honestly.
Well, if he's proficient in con and he's got a +4 con, that's a 7.
Yeah.
I've got a
That's
plus
true.
3.
It was very good, honey. Yep.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
The stuffing was a little, like it baked too
Mhm.
long,
Okay.
It's burnt.
but other than that, it was really good.
Shit was burnt.
Yeah. So what'd you get there, Theoden?
21.
No.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Biscuit?
Oh, a whole 10.
You that ain't natural, and turn and throw up.
That sounds about right.
It's just acceptance. That sounds about right. It's fine. Can't make this shit
And
up.
Grim, you notice when once the head is back attached, he has a faint
Yes.
white glow about him. Most undead you've seen
Would that mean anything to me? Okay.
let me finish. Most undead you've seen, like especially when they're raised or what have you, tend to have a green glow about them.
Gotcha.
I think upon
So it's a more
seeing-
exceptional magic.
Yes.
Upon seeing Biscuit throw up, I think the curiosity is going to get the best of me, and I'm going to move just close enough to try and peek over the edge.
Okay. You can do that. Hell, you can float over everybody's shoulder if you want.
My rules don't allow me to levitate. I guess it would be too complicated. I can move briefly, but I can't just float.
Well, that's what.
Hey, the
that's
DM
what I
said
mean.
you could float, you can float.
Yeah. Just
you know,
accept it.
I mean, this is just so that you can peek. You know, in
Alright.
I can't remember the game system, but this would be called a power stunt. Champions. There we go. Yep. Champions. This would be a power stunt. You know, possibly opening an entire new line of powers for you. Now, you look over and you see that the child looks, like I said, an undead that had been turned way too early, but he has a white glow about it.
Now, when
Ah,
you say he's been turned way too early, does that mean the body's still well preserved for a zombie?
Correct.
Okay.
And looks very, very young.
so this magic was used as his life was taken, probably. As he was drawing his last breath, they were working on the magic to preserve him.
That would be a good guess, yes.
Or
Gotcha.
the magic that preserves him is the same that killed him. Dun dun dun.
It's a
I
double-edged
don't know
sword.
that, I'm just... I mean, that's what happens with liches, right?
Ooh, he said the L word.
Liches is Liches is a weird kind of magic for sure. But I don't know what they would have done to preserve this thing. So,
Oh, there goes Bob.
my bad.
No, you're fine.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Is it more than just his hand reaction, or is he?
Okay, now you're breaking up.
Lost it.
Somebody decode that message.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Oh no. There we go.
Have any of you guys seen Invincible? He sounds just like Machine Head.
Yes, I'm on.
We both knew this was a one-way trip. Can I tell,
At the absolute bottom of the pit.
can I
Oh, we
s-
heard that.
We heard that, yeah. Can we tell if the
All right, I'm
cop
picking signal back up again. I was in a valley. I was gonna say, is he assembling himself more, or was it just instead of reattached?
That's the only part of him that was unattached. So no, just his head.
So have we regained movement yet?
Yes, he kind of stands up in the sarcophagus, and as he stands up, you see he was resting on a rolled piece of parchment.
Ooh, I need to see the parchment.
You take the parchment, unroll it, and it's in multiple language, multiple scripts.
Let me see it. I'm gonna hold it upside down and try to read it.
Okay, as you take and hold it upside down,
As I say,
it's you're able to make
Understand?
out a line that says the bear of the stars shall open the door.
Okay, I'm gonna repeat that and reading it out loud, but I'm gonna read it really slow, like like a kindergartner sounding out the words.
Yep, that's fine.
I guess I'm gonna help this this little fella up out of it.
Okay, you help
But
him
come
out.
with me, boy.
Can we tell if he's cursed or anything?
How are you going to tell?
Brother, this entire room is a curse. I'm cursed, he's cursed, you're cursed. Where are you gonna figure out? Like, how are you gonna pinpoint him?
I think there's a slogan from the early 2000s that fits here. There's a spell for that.
Yeah, there is. I just don't know if I want to burn the spell slot to do it.
So once
I
you
believe
get
you
him
already know the answer.
once you get him on solid ground, he looks kind of up at you, and his eyes shift from a dark sapphire to clear.
Yeah, this can't go bad.
And
Has he regained the ability to speak for himself?
And he is just about mid thigh to you, Grim, for height.
Oh, he's a little feller.
Yes.
Well, you're also really tall now. All right, so this kid,
I am taller, yeah.
this kid's eyes were blue and now they're not. We need to get him some more spice. Come on, no one got
how
that.
do you know? How do you know he's not Muad'Dib already? And he kind of looks up at Grim and goes, "Hi," and says it in perfect common. Puppy comes
What-
over
what'd
and
he say
kinda
again?
sniffs him. Hi. And
Oh.
the voice sounds very childlike. And Puppy comes over and gives him a kind of a sniff, and he pets Puppy on the head, and Puppy just kind of and then goes back and stands next to Biscuit.
All right. Puppy said he was good. Then he's all right. So, do we know that this is Grimm's kiddo? Or has he told
No.
us this yet?
Can we roll insight?
You may do so.
I didn't roll very well on my strength check, but I rolled well on that. That's a 21 with bonuses.
Okay.
Just for general vibes, because it doesn't sound too suspicious to me, the human, except the way you keep talking about it. So,
You know, I mean, he certainly looks a lot like Grim.
I get the impression he
You know,
is.
but a very,
What he
very
presents
small
himself
version
as.
of him.
Okay. He doesn't look like he's something that's like, I don't know, just a crazy example, like a gnome pretending to be a human child zombie. He does
No.
seem to be what he presents himself as.
Yep,
Okay.
he appears to be a very tiny undead dragon.
Oh,
Which
a
is
dragon,
what,
not a.
which is
not a-
kind of what Grim is looking like right now. So
Okay, so Grim looks less like his reborn
I don't know
portrait,
some of
more
this
like a dragonborn right now.
correct.
Okay.
Also, as you look down at the youngin there, Grim, you see two little stumps on the top of his head.
Oh, just starting to grow horns.
Mm-hmm.
Hi there, little guy. My name is Biscuit. I'm gonna stick my
Grim,
hand
can you
out
roll
and
your
shake his
wisdom,
hand.
please? Your hand.
You'll have to roll
completely
for me, brother. I'm not there yet.
completely takes and dwarfs his hand and most of his arm. Yeah, nope. And he just, he looks at Biscuit and smiles, but I mean, there's almost no teeth.
I mean, that's pretty standard for kids.
Now I'm just letting you know. I mean, he looks very young, like really young.
Yeah, he's really young.
So, where to now? Those of you who can see the map.
I was gonna say I'm at your whim, boys. I'll just follow you.
That way.
Sounds good. Oh, that's the wrong person.
This little room right below me, is that a room, like a door to a room?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going in there first. I don't think
Okay.
we've gone in there yet.
Nope, you have not.
Roger. And I am moving my pieces this way specifically.
Yep, I see. I
Wasn't sure, so,
understand.
you know.
Yep.
Wasn't sure.
I understand.
Wait, what was in this room? I'm sorry. This one, I mean.
That one, it looks like a worship room.
Is there anything?
Is there a
of value
statue from
around
which
here?
they were worshipping?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or that. What is it?
The statue looks like a elderly dwarf.
Anything shiny?
Hang on, let me look at my thing here. Shiny. Not that you see, out and about. I mean, if you investigate, do kind of a search thing, you might turn something up. You might not.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Okay.
All right.
Do I remember from my brief time in this dungeon with these
Oh,
people?
yes.
21.
21.
Was there any point that in the storyline of Grimm's Many Lies where he was represented by a dwarf?
Not that you recall.
So
And you have a really good memory, so you would remember something like that.
Okay. So as far as I can tell, this dwarf that they were worshiping has nothing to do with Grimm.
Maybe.
I mean, as far as I can tell. Maybe
As
it
far
doesn't.
as you
mean
can
it
tell,
doesn't, as far
correct.
as I can tell. All right.
Theoden, what are you
I'm
doing?
gonna walk
sir?
over and touch the statue.
I'm gonna
Okay.
head up the hallway over here to see if there's anything up here.
Okay, so the room immediately you're in front of, it looks like I don't know how else to explain it, but it looks like a bath.
Okay.
Okay, that circle in the center is actually a large stone jacuzzi, more or less.
All right. I rolled a 21.
Okay. You high or low, please, D.
Hi.
High. Excellent. Okay. You take and you find a what do you call that? Imagine a pendant without a gem in it.
Okay.
A medallion.
This looks important, and I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
Okay. Also, you notice it's got a little more heft than you would normally expect out of. I mean, most of things like that you've run across over the course of your life have been made of like silver or tin. This
Okay.
is a lot heavier than that.
Okay. What do I need to roll to try and figure out what it is?
Investigation, probably.
My guess would be Arcana or realistically an Identify spell.
I would say that or somebody who knows minerals.
Oh. I think dwarves get a bonus for that.
Not hill dwarves.
Yeah, but you still have a
Yeah. That's all. A little better than me.
Yeah.
I'll try Arcana.
He's on the plane. He's from the plains, okay?
Good. I tried Arcana and I got a 3. I think it makes soup. Yes, it makes soup.
That sounds weird. I'm not one with this idea.
It's a tea bag holder.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yep. Something to make
Teabag
tea with.
holder.
Excellent. Excellent.
That sounds about right to me. I think a 10's not enough to be convinced that you're wrong.
As you stand there, D, and you're kind of looking around, You notice that the center of the room goes down, but it looks like it's been shaped by something.
I mean,
Like
when
if
you say it
go
goes
in like a
down,
spiral, like a drill shape. Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay. And you said it was like a
Like-
big hot tub, right?
Well, up where Theoden is. Yes.
Oh, okay. That's him.
so is this like indented like it's just trying to control where water flows, or is it indented like it's, I don't know, like a Beyblades arena where it's real deep?
So it's like
really
a bowl.
deep.
Do I have anything to throw?
Like a bowl?
Is
Can
there
we
anything-
see to the bottom or no?
You can't. No.
Okay.
Is there anything north of me?
Yes, there's stairs going down.
I'm gonna go down the stairs.
Okay.
Quick question. The stairs that are over to the right, to the east, those were going up?
Yes.
Okay.
What's in this room that I'm in?
It has a like a porch on it, and you can look out and see where the dragon was sitting earlier.
Okay.
And you look across, and you see a similar one to the east.
Is there anything in this tiny room that's connected here to the left? Right here.
You see a couple of beds, and along the walls, written in perfect dwarven script, the universe came from nothing, and then she fashioned all reality.
I'm gonna call
Okay.
out to not get separated too far to Theoden, and I'm gonna follow Biscuit and Blink Dog.
Did we check down here earlier? I think we
That's the
did
way
when
you
we
came
came up,
up.
right? Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
You looked at there is a walkway to go all the way around the hole there.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask next, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. And even though it says there isn't a door there, there is a door there.
I'm gonna head back over where they're at.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock on the door first, see if anyone answers.
Okay.
Knock,
gonna
knock,
ignore him and
pizza
move to the hall first.
delivery.
And you hear, hello?
Housekeeping.
Who?
Oh, no.
Room service?
Is there somebody there?
Yes. My name is Tim. My name is Tim.
Okay, Tim. Can you please unlock this so that we can get out of here?
Who are you first?
I am Amanda.
Can I tell if this is a child or an
Twilight.
adult?
Say again.
Can I tell if this is a child or an adult?
Sounds adult.
What's the name of the priestess we're looking for?
All right.
That's a great question.
Yeah, and
I have long
The
forgotten
cleric-
such name.
the cleric should probably know that.
The cleric has to look at notes because cleric can't remember shit.
And and we do not hold that against cleric.
No wonder.
Uh,
Hey, cleric's doing better than telekinetic over here. Telekinetic doesn't take notes. Regrets it occasionally.
Um,
What do I need to roll to see if I feel like she's deceiving me?
Insight
An
is the name of
insight.
it.
There it is. And there it is. Ooh, I got a +1.
yeah,
Ooh.
I thought I had it written down, but I can't find this stupid text document for it, so I apologize.
But it's 16.
I have it wrote down on my computer, but I'm nowhere near my computer right now. Twilight does sound familiar, though, if I'm being honest.
Should.
I feel like we've heard that name before.
Is
He
anybody
was like, "You should know who this Amanda is," and I've insulted you. Don't.
anybody want to go back and look at the footage from the first video and double check that way?
I rolled a 16. Does that help me see if that's who she is, who she says she is?
You feel she's being truthful.
All right. I'm going to ask her to stand back from the door.
Okay.
Oh, the old barbarian lockpick, huh?
Yeah. You know where I'm going with it. Swinging at the fences, bro.
Okay.
You want me to roll? Strength or weapon?
Strength.
Roger.
As he rolls a 3.
I rolled a 5. or a 9.
Oh, it wasn't too
Okay.
far
Well, it's
off.
only a wooden door, so I mean it's not a big deal.
Okay. It just pops off the hinges. Or it was locked.
Yeah.
And her name is Alandrio. Is the priestess of
Saloon.
what city did you
Write
guys
that
come
down.
from?
Ain't it like
All right. So Alandria would be different than Amanda, correct?
winter?
Yes.
Winter. It's winter something, ain't it?
Man, we're really failing as D&D players right now.
Telling you, I'm
I was
looking
gonna
for
say-
it too.
I was gonna say to remember information like this is like, oh yeah, it's basic information. Yeah, no, that's why I kind of record everything because I forget everything.
Spheres 1.
To be fair, though, Dig is lore dumped is pretty hard, so
Well, this is something that the players would remember because it's like all the stuff that's happened in D&D. We all know what state we live in and all that. It's not like that's something you forget.
Where is Baldur's Gate? Where does that take place?
Well, that's in Faerun.
Uh-huh.
Windows 10.
That's an old edition, man. Baldur's Gate itself is a city. It's not like it's a city inside another city, right?
Correct.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate's its
But
own city.
It is on the what coast?
The Sword Coast.
Very
East-
good.
the East
And
Coast?
what is the biggest city on the Sword Coast?
Swordlandia.
No,
Alexandria.
There's Neverwinter, and there's Baldur's Gate, and then there's
It's never winter.
one more.
I said it was winter something, damn it.
Yeah, you
Barbarian
get some
wasn't
credit.
wrong.
That's what led me to remember it. I kept wanting to say Winter Run from Skyrim. I know that's White but that's what I kept wanting to say.
Yes, well, that would have been wrong. Yeah. You
DM,
guys are correct.
hey, I want you to remember this
Don't bug
fact
me.
from 10 game sessions ago. What was it? Fuck if I
Hey,
remember.
hey, you know what the best part is? The player that got it right wasn't here.
Wasn't
Yeah.
even here, right?
Just telling you, my wisdom 20 does not mean shit.
Exactly. But I bet you if I asked you what are your plus and minuses for any given skill, you could rattle it off without thinking about it.
All right.
I would
All right,
still
back
have
to
to
the
look,
game.
Right
unfortunately.
here and run the torch. And to be fair,
All
those
right,
are in front of our face all the time.
Yeah, those,
Do I
we're,
bust the door open?
Anyway, you bust the door open. You see a woman who has pointed ears, wearing a white gossamer gown, and a chain around her neck that matches what Theoden has.
Does it look expensive?
Yes.
All right. So who are you and how'd you get here?
You take this.
We were kidnapped.
Can I
with-
just say, like, just real quick, how hopeless do you think that the person on the other side of that door looks when we're the heroes that show up?
yeah, you got this crazy ass barbarian.
Like
A 7. How tall is your character, Grim? Like
a crazy barbarian, almost 8 foot now, I believe.
undead guy, a 7'3" who looks like a storm giant, a freaking robot dog, a little undead kid that looks like a
And
dragon,
a teenager.
and a teenager monk. Like, this has got to be the most screwed up rescue party ever. Oh god.
Anything you wish to add?
Like I
Grim?
feel like they give up hope the minute they seen us.
Oh god, we're gonna die now.
I forgot you didn't look like a dwarf anymore.
Yeah. Can we actually have the people that kidnapped us instead? They looked more reliable.
Yeah, they're like, just shut the door. We'll wait for
Yeah,
the next
yeah,
adventure.
Exactly.
By the way, who are you and how did you get here? I'm a locksmith
Yeah.
and I'm a locksmith.
So yeah, who are they and how'd they get here?
We were the ladies in waiting to Priestess Eladriel.
Did you say you were waiting on her? I couldn't hear what he said.
Yeah, ladies. They are ladies in waiting. Basically,
This means
aides.
that this priestess is so posh that she's got servants as well as like nobility servants as well as underling priests.
I'm gonna have the dog sniff her out. What does he do?
He sniffs and
Scares the hell out of her.
goes, yeah, and she like steps back.
I'll take the lead here. I'll walk up to him and I'll greet him.
Since you're
And,
the most
I'll-
human looking of us all.
I'll offer to lead them out of the dungeon back to the authorities. So my character is a boring normal person. By the way, they're just the ugliest ladies in waiting I've ever seen.
Huh?
I was joking about how the pictures are men. Don't pay attention to me.
Okay. They look at you and go, "You look like my young brother."
Well, what do
I
I look like as I flex my muscles?
I thought I was the
Regardless.
brother of the big priestess. Am I
You are.
misremembering? Okay.
No, you are. She goes, "Okay. Regardless, can you get us out of here?"
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I got this. Pretty sure it's this way.
You go that way, and I point towards a wall.
Okay. Can you get us all the way back to Neverwinter?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I got this. And I
Nice.
start leading them back.
Okay.
These priests look like Lord Varys from Game of Thrones.
Oh shit, the bald headed one.
Yeah.
All right, well he's taking him out. I'm gonna Charlie Mike
Okay.
up north.
Which way are you going?
Up. Can I go up?
Yep.
Yep, I'm going up. Does that mean it's blocked or what is that?
It's kind of caved in, but it looks like you could maybe get through.
All right, we're gonna try and get through.
Okay.
Is it go down or just across?
Just across.
Okay.
Can I get a dex check, please?
Show can.
As our barbarian gets stuck.
Saving or regular?
Regular.
Eric, I didn't accidentally drag you along,
With
did
a
I?
19.
Excellent. You kind of nimble hopscotch your way across.
Derek is red. He's not here.
Oh, right. Derp. You both have dwarven names that start with TH. My bad.
Yeah, I know. Also, our last names both start with an M and an O.
That I didn't catch.
It's like great.
All right.
Actually,
Is there anything in
Hey,
this little room?
You see a door.
I don't remember this pit I've come to with the bridge. Is there ground down there?
yeah, you had to run and jump across the pieces to get across.
But that was when we were in a hurry. I'm thinking if it's just a bridge across like kind of a pit, we might be able to safely just climb down, take our time, and climb back up the other side with rope. But if it's like water at the bottom of the pit, then obviously that wouldn't work. I just don't remember.
Not water. This is part of the quarry.
Quarry. Okay. So yeah, that should be traversable. So it may take a while, but I should be able to, correct me if I'm wrong, use my telekinesis to lower a rope and retrieve it and then raise a rope on the other side. Just walk along the bottom of the quarry.
Okay. How much rope do you have?
Say weary.
I believe I have the whole party's rope with me right now from when we retrieved in the pit earlier. Which I think was 170 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had 100. So
No, there is. There, you just have that door there, D.
all right, we're gonna. Does the door open easily?
Yes.
All right,
It
wanna open the
opens
door?
in towards you.
Okay, so I'm gonna open it like that.
Okay. As soon as you open, Puppy starts growling.
Okay, well I'll move it right back out, and then I'm gonna close it again. I opened it that way for a reason.
As you try and close it, you feel pressure on it, pushing it back, trying to push it back open.
I want to strike this fucker. I'm trying to shut the door back. Regular or saving?
Regular.
17.
Can he roll athletics instead of just strength?
Just strength.
They are making good headway against you, D.
All right, I'm gonna send Puppy to go get help. Go get him, boy. Go get the help.
Hey, real quick aside.
As soon as he goes, I'm gonna let the door go. Let's go. Fuck this.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Tim. What's up?
Oh, I was going to say he could probably be rolling athletics for that, right? In which case he was a 20 instead of a 17. And I thought that might have affected things.
Nope.
That's all.
You guys hear lots and lots. You hear Puppy barking loudly and coming closer.
Okay, you guys is me
Not
and
you.
the. Okay.
Yeah, not you, the other two.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll
We are spread out all over this map.
yeah.
Yes, you are.
I'm gonna start heading up and see if I can figure out what's going on with Biscuit.
Okay. Puppy comes up to you, Grim,
Yes.
and starts turning around and barking.
I'm going to follow.
Okay. Okay. Puppy, because he's smaller, he kind of scoots around you guys. All right, D, you got
Let's do
three. You got 2.5 rounds till they get here.
Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, what a 5. Let's go. I would figure they'd probably get off first since there's more of them. Sorry, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay. As the door pops open, you see all kind of zombies trying to push its way out.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hold the door no more. I'm letting them in.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
Please take and roll your initiative.
All right. I rolled. Yeah, right. Initiative I got. That sounds better. 20.
And you go first.
Outstanding. I'm going to rage.
Okay.
Right off the bat. Let's go on and do that. Let me find at it. Where's that bonus action? Yep. And then I'm going to swing at the one right. Yeah.
Okay.
That one. First attack with a 17. Second attack with a nat 20. Oh, hell yeah.
Both of those hit.
All right. Hold the fuck on. Let me.
Um,
D8.
Yeah,
how we gonna do
I'm
this?
sorry because I don't remember. Do you have cleave?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
That's gonna be. I know them is D10s now. 2, 3, 4. How do you do it with the with me hitting a nat 20?
You right
It's just
click
double?
on the damage and then click on
Mhm.
critical and then hit roll and it'll roll it as a critical hit. So you click it once to do your regular attack roll and then right click it, click critical and hit roll and that'll do the second one as
It
a
just
critical.
rolled it. I think because I'm using keypad on the computer on a mouse. Or god damn it, the fucking a trackpad on the laptop doesn't really have the buttons.
That's fine. So you got 10 on the crit.
So
you
we'll do
send me
20.
your address and I will send you a mouse, dude.
I guess it should get one, huh?
Little
as a
Logitech
workaround-
wireless mouse is absolutely worth the $15 investment.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just saying.
I see now because this is annoying. So that one, hold on, because it's the +4, so +8,
So then
so
roll
28, and then the 2 2s. Is it 1 2? Hold on. What is it for raging?
As a workaround, D.
Oh, too many
Since
options.
crits only double the dice, you can just roll some extra dice using the blank dice mechanic.
Oh, it only does the dice.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just
Yeah.
20, 28, 30 for that first one then, since
Okay.
it's just the dice. And then, nope, not D12, not D12. 10, 2. Oh, and I didn't light that bitch up. Damn it. That's my fault. So 11, 12, 13, 17 on that second one.
Okay. He's still up.
All right. That's me because I didn't light off my damn thing. That would have been a good hit. Oh, doggy. Doggy's going to smack him with his D8. Same one.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Oh, to hit first. Hold on. Hmm. 6.
Missed.
Too easy. That's on them
Okay.
then. That was my whole turn.
Okay.
Well, actually, do you get a bonus action for each attack or just a bonus action period?
No, just one.
Just
Okay.
one. All right. I'm pretty sure that doesn't hit you, but I'm going to check. Does a 19 hit you, D?
Yep.
Meats.
Raging and everything?
Yeah, it does. Meats
Yeah,
beast.
meats.
Meat? Okay.
Yep.
He does take half damage because he's raging, so
Yeah.
No, I knew that part. I wasn't sure if I hit him or not.
Yeah. Right at hit me.
What may help you think about it, D, how the bonus action works, is you get one big thing to do on your turn and one little thing to do on your turn.
Tiny.
Your big thing is all
Yeah.
your attacks, and then your little thing is whatever your bonus action is.
Okay,
The
the
bonus
upper
action's not-
one hits you for 1 damage,
Okay.
and that's already halved. And
Okay.
the other one whiffs horribly.
All right.
Wasn't a crit fail, but pretty freaking close. Okay, next round. Go to it.
All right. Now I'm going to light up my hammer.
Okay.
Wrong one. Nope. All right. So first one with a 9.
Nope.
Second one with a wow, really? With an 11.
Nope.
All right. Doggy. Not two, just one. Does he hit with a 11? Nope, because I just
Nope.
missed. All right, and that's my turn.
Okay.
That was fun.
I was gonna ask how close I was.
you guys have one more round after
more,
this
yeah,
before you
one
show
more.
up. So
Yeah, he said. Well, you said two. This is second, ain't it?
He said 2.5.
No, you said 2.5. Yeah, you said 2.5.
yeah. So completely lost my train of thought. Hang on. Okay. So that doesn't hit you. And that certainly doesn't hit you. So they both whiff.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead, D.
Running it, same thing. All right, that should hit 22 and a 19.
Those both hit. Grim,
Yes.
the little feller says, "We shouldn't be here. This is bad."
We'll get out of here, buddy.
Plus 12.
Bad is kind of what we
All
do.
right. So this one is going to take 41, 53 damage.
Which one, the upper or the lower?
The one right in front of me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Tired of this shit. Man, it's doggy's turn. What a 2. He missed. That's it.
Okay. You guys arrive at the end of the round. So this is what you see.
Okay. Can we roll initiative?
I need your initiative, please.
$19.
17.
You said 19, Bob?
Yep.
And Noah 17. Okay. And alrighty. D, you hear from behind you.
Yeah, now the party's going to start now.
You're up.
Same. All right. That one's going to hit 22 and 18.
Both hit.
Mm-hmm. 2. Four D6s. 1. And then roll. That one's going to take 31, 41, nope. 41.
Upper or lower?
Right in front of me.
Okay.
Swinging straight ahead. And then doggy. You need to hit somebody. Damn, he been bullshitting. Damn, he still ain't gonna hit nobody.
He's more of a sensor than a fighter.
Yeah, he just let me know when shit happening.
Okay. Does a 16 hit you, D?
Negative.
Didn't think so. It's worth asking. And that absolutely doesn't hit you. All right. Okay, Noah, you're up. Or Bob, you're up. No, Noah, you're up. 19.
No, Bob has the 19.
I did not think.
I have the 17.
Right. Okay. Sorry, I can't read my own writing for some reason.
So, can I see the stuff that's past this zombie?
No.
What if I was to throw a thing of oil at the zombie's feet?
Okay.
And then use an Eldritch Blast to ignite it?
Okay.
Throw it in the room, Bob.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do.
Yeah, throw it in the room.
Yeah.
Just make sure.
I kind of want to get it into this room.
Make sure I can get in the doorway though. Okay, that's all I'm letting you know. Just I have a plan.
Yeah.
Just make sure I can still get in the doorway.
Okay. So where
Yeah, I'm just gonna try.
where exactly are you just throwing it at that second zombie's feet, or are you trying to throw it through the door?
I kind of want to get it in pretty far,
Okay.
like, but still be able to hit it though. So like right here-ish maybe, where this little circle is, or where the little drawing's at, the dark spot on the floor.
Okay.
Would I be able to hit it with an Eldritch Blast if it landed there?
Don't think you can direct Eldritch Blast like that. I think it's a wave.
Oh, I have no idea how it is really. It just says a beam of crackling energy.
Okay. Nope.
Sounds-
Then we will allow it. Go ahead.
It's a beam.
Wait. All right, I'm chucking that dude in there, and I'm casting Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
See if I
For
can
those
hit
of you
something.
watching at home, this is how grenades were developed. Okay.
I guess a 13 would hit oil.
Yeah.
All over the ground. Easy target.
Okay.
Yeah.
The oil catches on fire, and you hear very loud screech, kind of nasty.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Daden?
I'm gonna move right over here so that I can see into the room
Yep.
without catching myself on fire.
Yep.
And then I'm going to do turn undead.
Okay.
And I'm targeting all of everything except for Grim and the little child.
I love how we have to stipulate that.
Because I'm like just making sure here. I don't want to do something bad. So yeah, I present my holy symbol, which is on my chest anyways, and on my shield.
Mm-hmm.
Everything needs to make a DC 16 wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And whatever fails is incapacitated and frightened for 10 rounds.
Don't that mean like auto crits and shit?
Incapacitated basically means auto crit. And also, any of them that fail also are going to take damage from me too.
Okay. Give me your damage. D, everything's a crit now. If anything lives here.
They all take 17 radiant damage.
Okay.
I
Yes.
rolled really low.
Not to be a downer. Incapacitated and unconscious are different things.
Yep.
Which means
Yeah, I know that part. I just didn't know if incapacitated means like they couldn't move, couldn't attack. That's what
No,
I'm
it just means
taking
they
that
can't
as.
do anything.
Okay.
But that means they just sit there and they wait for you guys to mow them down one at a time. It's still an auto win on the encounter if enough stuff fails on it.
So yeah, is that auto crit or no?
Yes. They can't
Roger.
take any actions, which means they can't
I
take.
was gonna say if they can't defend themselves,
Yeah.
it would make
So whose
sense.
turn is it? Is it me?
No, yes.
New guy in it. Oh, it is me.
No.
New guy go.
New guy ran off with
He's not there yet.
the
All right.
priestesses. No, he
You
ran
got
off with the
thousands of feet
priestesses.
away from us.
So we're doing 30, 70 plus. It doesn't matter. He's gonna die. Guy in front of me is dead.
Okay.
He took unless he's got over 70.
Nope.
That's my turn.
Okay, puppy.
Doggy is getting a. Ooh, he might hit 13.
Yeah, it's an auto crit.
Oh shit, you're right. So he's
That
D8.
counts
Hold
for
on,
him
man.
too.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Hold on. D8.
Yeah, according to
He's gonna smack him with a whole 2.
5e, if your target's incapacitated as per the condition, you have advantage on attack rolls against them. And attacks made from within 5 feet, if they hit, are automatically considered to be critical hits.
Okay.
According
All right.
to
So
5e.
he bit his ankle or his big toe. He bit his big toe.
Yeah. Wow.
That's all me.
All right, Graham.
That's what I had missed on the remembering it is I knew they didn't auto hit, which is what I interpreted auto crit to be, is you would just auto crit on them. I knew you had the advantage thing, but that would make sense. If you hit, then it's a crit.
Graham.
Is there anything I can see that's not on fire?
No.
I'm
And
not on fire.
the little guy is. We really need to leave. We gotta go before she comes.
I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast where I can see them.
Okay.
Is this zombie still alive?
Yes.
I'm gonna try hitting him.
Okay.
No.
A nat 1. I don't hit a thing.
Little fella's pulling at your arm.
Yeah,
We gotta go.
that's it. Let
Yella,
us clear
what you
this
doing?
fight and we shall leave.
Let's see. I'm just gonna do 2d8 versus. No, that'll do more damage. All right, who's I'm just gonna attack this zombie that's closest to me.
Okay.
Is a 12 hit?
Well, that would be that one. So yes.
Yay! I do 17 damage.
34, 32. Yep. Okay.
And then I'm just gonna move a little bit ways away from the door.
Okay.
Because I can't imagine those giant ogre zombies can get through the door unless they just break the whole wall down. So, you know, there's that.
Yep.
Also, I don't know who's incapacitated or not. That's my turn.
Also true.
Just so you guys hope you know I'm going through the door.
Okay. That's interesting. All right. Was him. That was him. All right, D, you're up.
All right, I'm running into the room, Leroy Jenkins style,
Okay.
and Pup's
course
right
he
on my
is.
ankles. You should have known that.
Yep.
And then I see these two big fuckers, right?
Correct.
I'm going at the one right below me. So is he
Okay.
incapacitated or is he up and moving?
Oh no. He's
He's up and moving?
incapacitated.
All right. So the first one, what that is, 22. Does it hit? And the second
Yes.
one with the 21.
Yes.
They both hit. Too easy. Busting his shit. Tens. So he's about to get smacked with. Come on. Oh, you whore. It's that 46, 58.
Okay. He's still standing.
All right. Now Puppy about to take a smack at him.
Okay.
Does a 18 hit.
Yes.
All right. So Puppy's gonna take a bite at his ass too. With a 3.
I am sorry. That
He
also
took the
hit.
left nut. He took the left nut.
Yep. Do his
No,
damage.
3 was the damage. 3 was the damage.
Oh, 3 was the damage. Okay.
Yeah, 3 was the damage. He just took the left nut.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's it.
All right. Simultaneously, the white behind you and the ogre in front of you okay. You shouldn't have any trouble with this, D, but I need you to make a DC 13 con save.
What
24.
Yep, you're fine. You feel something cold on your back. You're not quite sure what it is, but it felt very unnatural. That's a good way of putting that.
Did he put his dick on my back?
Okay, we are taking just a minute here, guys. I have to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Smoke him if you got him.
Welcome back. I don't remember whose turn it was.
I think it's mine now, right?
Yep.
Second verse, same as the first. I'm gonna throw more oil in there. No, I'm kidding.
Hmm.
I'm gonna move up here. Can I see that white?
What light?
White. They're whatever
Oh, the
this
white.
thing.
Yes.
All right, Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
No, apparently not.
If you could roll higher than like a 4, that'd be great.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Well, that's the end of my turn. This kid's aggravating shit out of me, boys. It keeps making me miss my shots.
Aiming at the kid next round.
We're gonna
All
put
right.
him back in that damn sarcophagus. What we gonna do?
Okay, Noah, you're up.
I'm gonna shoot the white with Sacred Flame. They need a 19 dexterity saving throw to not get hit by it.
Say that again.
19 dexterity saving throw.
I need a 19, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
No, did they fail or pass?
They passed.
Oh, yeah. No, that will be it for now.
Okay. Very good. All right, D, you're up.
Hold on, running in. I was outside smoking, moving in.
No, you're fine.
Swinging at the one below me again.
Okay.
Wrong one, wrong one, wrong one. Don't count that. Don't count that. That was the
Okay.
wrong one. So the hit, this first one, 16 hit. Oh,
Yeah.
that one missed. There's a 9 hit.
Yes.
Too easy. My 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. So that one takes 27, 40, 54, 60, 66 damage.
Okay.
Then Pup is going, this Pup hit with a 50. And Pup smacks him with 6 damage.
Okay. Doesn't matter because he's dead
Okay.
again.
I didn't see that. I was on the other page.
That's all right.
That's my turn then.
Yep.
Who else wants some?
Do you get one attack of opportunity against this guy who just went by you?
– 17 hit.
Yes, sir.
All right. So that one smacks with 15, 18, 20.
Okay.
Does Puppy get an opportunity to text?
Nope,
since
because he's not
now
coming into
hardware?
his threat.
Damn it! I tried.
Good try, though. And an 18 hits you, yes?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm assuming
Negative,
that's
Ghost Rider.
Negative? Okay.
a no.
And so he missed. And the other one, we'll take and do that again. Whoops, that's the wrong button. Sorry. That's better. Okay, that would be a 19.
Me?
Yeah.
Meets.
Okay. Okay. Round it down. So that would be 5 damage. Grim.
Yeah,
You're up.
I'm gonna try to hit this wide again with the dadgum Eldritch Blast, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, a 19. Does that hit?
Yes, sir. Theoden.
That's
Yeah.
2 beams, and they both do 6 damage apiece for walking
Okay.
12 damage.
Okay. And what kind of damage is that? Eldritch Blast?
That is force damage.
Okay. That's what I thought. You see a portal opening in the back wall.
Like behind me kind of thing, or like in the
No.
room at the far end?
Like, see if I can.
Like over here kind of thing? Yep, okay.
You're up.
Biscuit, you might want to get out of there. There's a portal opening up.
Now that he brings your attention to it, you see a portal opening on the back wall.
Okay.
You don't care. I'm gonna hit that white right here. Same thing.
Okay.
With the sacred flame.
Mm-hmm.
Needs a 19 dexterity saving throw.
Yep. Incoming. You are not doing well tonight, sir.
Well, they're just rolling high apparently, so
It happened.
that's my turn.
Okay. You're up, D.
The one above me, he's up and moving, right? Or is he incapacitated?
He is incapacitated.
Roger. So I'm smacking his bitch ass. Hold up.
Are you rolling twice when I shoot dig? Since disadvantage?
1, 2,
No.
So he's gonna get smacked with
And
62.
I mean, I'm taking into
74.
account that you're rolling at advantage.
Oh, okay.
He gets smacked with 74.
Danny Full?
Yeah.
Puppy get any? Like maybe one?
I hadn't rolled yet. I was trying to see if he was alive first. Is he
Does-
still
Well,
alive?
yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna roll for puppy, dude. Oh, I don't have to do that part. He got a D8. So then puppy hits him with, with 16.
Right.
He got his full 8 off that one. And that's it.
Okay. Well, I can't make it any bigger, but it's slowly enveloping the back wall there. Okay. Oops, that was the wrong die. Ah! That missed.
You said
that
it's almost the full wall, correct?
Yep.
Portal? Okay.
Grim, what's up?
I'm telling you what's up. I'm thinking I'm going to go dumb. Like with a capital D here.
Okay.
How far away from me is that portal?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
All right, I can do it. I'm going to look at Thaddeus. Be like, watch the kid. And I'm going through the portal.
Okay.
Tell me what I see.
Nothing.
Oh, the big empty. I like it.
You see in the bottom right corner of your vision, loading shaders.
Yeah.
Okay. Daden, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to hit this white sacred flame.
Okay. Okay. And how much damage does he do?
He is going to take 8 radiant damage.
Okay. Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Excuse me. Okay. All right. Well, just because I need something to take and appear. Okay. D, you're up.
All right, this dude right below me who decided he wanted to walk up into my hood. That's who I'm going after.
Great.
Ooh, with a 1. I missed on that one, and I missed that one too. 13.
Nope.
Yep. That's it. Oh, doggy. Dog's gonna go after him too. Damn. With a 10. Guess we're not doing shit to him. That's it.
Okay. Let those miss. Okay. Grim, you are standing in a plane of nothing but cells. As far as you can see in any direction, you see cells. And hands and or appendages reaching out from them. And that's got him perplexed. D, you're up.
No, hold on. Can I look into one and see what's in there?
Sure. You look in and you see a Medusa
Oh Jesus!
with her eyes popped out.
Oh well, so nothing in this realm is nice, huh?
Nope.
I'm gonna come back out of the portal and holler at you boys that we need to go because whatever's coming ain't nice. And I'm gonna try to attack the white above Biscuit.
Okay.
Is the human apprentice mage the little dragon girl?
Boy.
Dragon boy, yeah.
Is it 16 hit?
Yes.
So 12, 14, 26 damage.
Okay. Dated.
I'm gonna sacred blast that same white I've been trying to kill.
Okay. Okay. Your damage.
10 radiant damage.
Okay. All right, D, you're up.
Going after the one right below me again.
Yep. Grim, you hear what sounds like stomping foot.
Jesus. What a 10. And with an 18.
Now the 18 hit.
All right. Nope, hold on. I get my 2d6s. So that's 6, 9, and 11. So he'll hit with 11. And then Pup will swing at him. Then he'll miss.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. They take 31 damage. So half would be 15. Yeah, 15.
15, you said?
Yes, sir. And you're going to, I need a DC 13 con save.
I got that. 21.
Okay.
Which one of them hoes hit me? The only one left?
The only one left.
All right. Oh, you motherfucker.
Grim. You hear the stomping starting to get closer.
That thing's got to be dead after that. I have a question, Handbook. Is that a dead squirrel in the picture with the dog?
Not a real dead squirrel.
Okay. Because I was looking at that. I'm like, wait, what the fuck is that?
It's a little doggy toy that looks like a squirrel.
So, Graham, anything?
He just did like
Do what? No, I just done damage.
28
Yeah,
damage.
how much?
One was 36 and one was 24.
Okay. What y'all doing?
All right, boys. Now let's get what's coming through this tunnel is going to be real evil.
Fine.
Run.
Nothing else in here, I guess.
I imagine by this point that our intrepid monk has gotten those people out of the dungeon by now, right?
Combat goes really slowly. I'm probably just now coming up the other side of the cavern.
When I jump over here, I'm going to cast darkness.
I said that backwards. When I said really slowly, I mean not much time passes each round. Every turn is only 6 seconds.
You're casting darkness, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to do a cast of darkness, which is a 15-foot orb.
Mm-hmm.
So you're totally
Alright.
going the smoke bomb to cover your escape method. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully it works. Dumbass me left the pages. Pull this back up real quick.
Darkness is pretty big, I think. If the number 15 shows up, I think it's only in the radius. which is half the circle.
Well, 15 will protect the fallen block in crumpled area, and hopefully that'll cause damage if they run across it real fast.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty large.
So yeah, I'm gonna put it because we're coming across this, and this is all broken rock and stuff, right? This little area here.
Correct.
All right, so overlay,
Does that work?
add a circle. Yeah, that works. Sweet, good stuff. And then I'm gonna move. Hopefully, I can't grab a damn character pin now. Try this again. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try to keep up with them as they go. I don't know. Why are you naked, son? I look over, dude, naked as a jaybird.
Things you never thought you would say as a parent, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The number one thing that I thought I'd never had to say as a parent is, "That's my dick. Don't touch it."
Jesus Christ.
Dude, I was taking a piss one day, and my son comes around the corner wide open, and I try my best to hide myself, and he's reaching for the stream. I'm like, go on somewhere. This is private.
That's funny.
Love you.
The day I stopped peeing with the door open. Because nothing moves faster than a 4-year-old shouldn't be touching what he's trying to touch.
True story.
That's
Kids,
real
I'm
shit, bro.
sure have blink. Because one
Yeah.
minute they can be one
You
minute
would
one
think
place,
so.
and the next they're somewhere else that they don't belong.
Yeah, they are.
Kale, you hear people running down the hallway.
All right, give me. I'm still AFK. I'll be back in just a few seconds.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Craig, you guys get to the where you have to play jump. Dex, please. 3.
I'm gonna pick Doggy up.
Mm-hmm.
Was it save or regular?
Did you guys hear that?
Acrobatics. Huh?
Oh,
No.
acrobatics.
I got a 14, a 4, and a 2.
The 2, you almost fall down the wall there.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to do 3?
Yeah, but
Wow.
Victor
lightning
kind of
strikes
grabs
so
you
close.
first.
Gotcha.
18, 14, 8.
They're fine.
22.
I had lightning strike so close that it slid my garage or my sliding door open a little bit.
Jeez.
You really need to take and ground your house then, sir.
Well, it didn't hit my house, and I'm in an apartment, but the rumbling was so big and so loud that the sliding door slid open about half an inch.
Gotcha.
Fun
Damn.
fact, for as long as we've been live, I have sent 420,000 frames. This is a fun random fact
Dang.
there.
Okay.
And that's a lot of people going to prison. I'm just saying. Okay, so you guys come down the thing and you see the rail cars going by. Nobody pushing them, but a car's going by.
And I'm going to say the words go and go
Can I
now.
get into one? Can I jump into one?
Roll your athletics. Why not?
Are these the ghost carts?
Mm-hmm.
So these gonna fall right through it. Got it.
Come on, that 20. Come on, that 19.
Nope, you pass right through it.
Thank you.
Nat 20, he lands in the ghost cart.
Yep.
Oh yeah, forgot. Do we see another one?
No, but you can hear them coming.
What the heck?
As you guys come down into what you would consider the beginning of the complex,
Yeah.
the wall behind you the walkway behind you completely collapses. And you hear loud shrieks and really loud, "Get him! Get him!"
Yeah, I think that's our indicator to get the hell out of here. How are you grabbing all of the tokens at once? I was just curious about that.
And you grab the tool that looks like a mouse, and it lets you click and drag.
Oh, that's so
The
convenient.
annoying thing, though, is while you have that tool selected, you can't drag the map to move the map. So you got to be moving a bunch of things for it to be worth it.
Okay.
I feel like my dragon army was pretty short lived.
Well,
I forgot all about those.
But we're level 5 to have an army of ancient dragons.
Ancient dragon
It,
warriors.
it kind of makes makes your character like we're supposed to be the heroes of the story. It wasn't going to be long lived.
I know, but I didn't even get to get all their names.
Yeah, you actually saw each and every one of their names, their true names at that.
Yep. I mean, to be fair, they're still alive, probably. There's just tons and tons. And tons of collapsed rock upon them.
Are we sure
They
they are
look like
alive?
well-built coffins.
I was.
Yeah,
they were
that
named
is
for
the question.
crocodile. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's alive.
Nothing else I mess with is alive. It would make sense if they weren't.
So therefore, we're absolved of all guilt because they were already dead.
I like how you think.
And now the doorway leading into where you guys came out of completely collapses.
Classic. We've reached the next chapter of the video game, and we're not allowed to backtrack.
I don't think we should stand here long anyway, boys. Whatever come through that portal wasn't going to be good.
I think we could have taken it. Let's take a long rest.
Okay, if you wish to rest here, you certainly can, but we're not going to.
Yeah, let's get these non-combatants out of here before we talk about resting.
Exactly.
Yeah. We need to get them back to the city.
If you're particularly bad off, we could talk about potions or
No,
maybe
we're
the
good. No, I'm completely good.
Okay.
They take and use some spooky language, and poof, you guys are back in Neverwinter.
Hell yeah.
Nothing like taking the express route.
I like that. They were useful for something.
All right, I'm going to a store.
I think I missed a couple of words there. So you said the priestesses cast a spell to teleport us back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And just to make sure I didn't miss anything, we have the priestesses, but we do not have the person we were sent to rescue, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Not for lack of trying. So
We should.
you guys reappear in the temple to Illustrial, and they say, "Thank you for bringing us home. We will pray for your continued success in finding our priestess."
Where's my little dragon buddy?
Is there anything that I'm going to ask him? Is there anything that you could tell us that you remember that could help us along our path?
They loaded her into a strange box, and one of the guards sneered that she would never be able to commune with her god again.
Oh, yeah, that's something you want to hear when you're a cleric. Arguably, worse than death.
I want to know what happens to the cleric that is suddenly turned chaotic evil because they could turn into a deep dragon.
Well, so here's
well, you know.
here's the thing: is if you break your own rules, there is special mention of a cleric in there. But you have to break your oath, and I don't know that just turning chaotic evil makes you break your oath.
And
I feel like
does not change your alignment.
Yeah, I feel like as a sentient creature, it doesn't matter the shape of your body; your mind stays the same.
I would like to think so, yeah.
You want the handbook thing?
Sure. I love the second opinion.
Page. According to the handbook.
Well, no, it's much simpler than that. You're a cleric, not a paladin, so you don't actually have an oath of what you have to do.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, well. For class feature-wise, we're talking... Listen, you asked for the handbook answer. I'm not going to have an answer like the DM says he's going to.
Also true.
I'm not saying you can't piss off your god and have her take it away, but you can have good people worship evil gods and vice versa and still get their powers.
Mm-hmm.
Also, paladins is less... alignment's a simple way to put it, but it's more about individual acts than about your alignment. You could be a super self-serving asshole that's evil, but if you're saving the world while you do it, you're not dicking people over, that's okay.
The DM would like to take and put the following statement into the record so that there is absolutely no ambiguity with that. That is a typical 5E answer.
Yes, you are talking to a typical 5e player.
Then I tell you, go back and
it-
reread 2.5 and 3 and tell me if you keep the same answer.
Yeah, no, I'm a Pathfinder and 5e player. And,
Pathfinder.
Yep.
Okay,
and
moving on.
all my answers like this, I try to make very clear, are preface on the fact that this is the default and not necessarily the way it is in Diggs games. Always has that little caveat, that little asterisk, and then the fine print.
I was gonna say, so far every game that we've run,
He has faded into black. God damn it, Noah. Turn the gain back up on Bob, will you please? So we can at least hear him.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I was trying to get, mimic him being stuck in another void for a short period of time.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Bob. Come on.
We're waiting for you to come back.
I believe what he was going to say is in most of our games, it comes down to how people are playing, not necessarily their alignment.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
All I said is that like Dig just said exactly what I said. There's not a single one of our games that I would say fit the handbook.
That is correct.
Every one of us break off straight to rule of cool the second we get a chance.
Sure enough.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a stickler or any of that stuff.
So are you one with this?
Yeah, no, that's fine. So someone mentioned something with kind of a question at the end, and I said, well, I've got the handbook answer, whether or not that's the answer for this campaign. That's all I was saying.
Okay. So.
No, I like your tidbits about the handbook because you've read it a lot more than me, and it really shows.
So, okay. Biscuit ran to a shop. What are the rest of you doing?
I think I want to say, having played 3 sessions now with this group, I would like to rebuild a character that's a little less serious, I think.
So stop playing him so serious.
Well, I'm trying to stay in the role play and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. I asked myself, like, what would this character do here and all that stuff. Like you should.
Okay, so how about this? How about are you enjoying your character?
It's all right. I could go either way. I have a little bit of the same thing that Red has. I would not mind taking the opportunity to build a new one.
What he just said was, I have a touch of the charactertism, and I'm never happy.
It's not never happy for sure. I'm not going to do anything like that until between sessions, but it means I'm kind of along the ride for the last bit of this session is kind of what's going through my head. So I'm not too picky about what we do at this junction.
I think what he's saying is if his character was accidentally to be killed, it wouldn't bother him.
That's not what my character could become a side character later or whatever. But we're back in town between adventures, and that's usually where you do like sort of downtime stuff. And I'm saying it doesn't make a lot of sense for me to do downtime stuff if I'm about to swap character. That's all I'm getting at.
Okay.
I'm just saying, in the history of all of our games that we've played, we've never had a character really turn into a side character. They've almost always died.
Okay, that's fine.
That's usually the route that's happened. Some gruesome explosion way they die.
That is definitely what happened to the only character I saw vanish right when I first came in.
That's happened more than once, so you know. It's oh yeah. Hey Bob, you remember when I blew my character up on your final boss? Oh, Andy's gone again.
I'm thinking about our couple of Leroy Jenkins moments we've had. The one where we found the priestess, and I'm like, well, my character trying to get these people to safety, but I could definitely play a goofball that more sticks with the party there. And
No, and
also, there's more options for humor if I go for a different character, and this group seems to value humor pretty highly, which is not a bad thing at all. So,
I think the big thing is like, oh, there goes Bob. I think like the big thing for us is, I don't know, we just always like to, you know, just have fun and, you know, not to take stuff too seriously, but there have been some players like D D played a pimp the last game.
I heard about that.
And
yeah.
Red we had Test here before with Red, and D had been paralyzed. It was a game I was running. D was paralyzed by a the big, I can't use it. Like, I'm drawing the blank on the name. The big eyeball with all of the eye stalks. Beholder. Yeah, he got paralyzed by a beholder and he couldn't attack, and Test's weapon had gotten like dropped out of his hands or something. So he made a strength check to pick up D's character and had D put his hand out like a pimp hand and killed the beholder with D, using D as a weapon.
Glorious.
It was like the funniest thing ever, but like, that's just the stuff that happens with our party. It's the craziest, dumbest things.
Oh, see, and that's what I'm getting at. The character I've got here is just a standard fantasy character. I could definitely lean into that a little bit more without going too crazy either. That's all I'm saying I want to do.
So what are you thinking of changing into?
Well, the idea I like best that I kind of been toying with would be a pyromancer goblin, and the way it would fit in the party and not be an issue is he would have a magic sword that is lawful good that has dominated him. So he actually works in the temple or sorry, not in the temple, like for the Adventurers Guild or for whoever hired us or whatever. And when he starts to think about maybe doing some evil stuff, the sword says, no, stop it. And he's just kind of got to do it because it's an intelligent sword that's got him dominated. That's an idea I'm leaning towards. I've got a couple others I could do, but I think a pyromancer would fit pretty well. And I do like playing goblins, even if I don't usually do their moral be the same.
Welcome back.
Here you go, fire. Computer brain farted and about exploded. I was like, what the hell?
Okay.
We could take we got all week till next session to do it. I only brought it up now because I'm we're asking what we do now that we're back in town, and if I'm, like I said, if I'm moving on to another character, then it doesn't matter too much You know, I don't need to go shopping. That sort of thing is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay, it's probably best for you to do it now if we're going to be in town instead of waiting until some other time to do it.
No. So what
Well,
are
I
you doing,
agree.
Bob?
I'm going to the graveyard,
Okay.
taking this weird little dude I just bought back from the dead with me.
Kale, what are you doing?
I think I'll go with Bob. He seems to be, at least at this point, the most crucial to the story, and the one I'm probably most curious about. Maybe I strike up a conversation with the kid since he's closest to my age.
Okay.
Well,
Noah, what are you doing?
closest to my age. He could be 1,000 years old. I don't know.
I'm just gonna. It doesn't really matter, honestly. I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. I'm just gonna go look at the market and stuff. See if there's any like food
Okay.
or anything that I might need.
Well, the market. I
Okay.
thought you said the bark for a second. I was like, the tree? I was real confused for about half a second.
The bark.
You okay?
I
I will be.
Are you guys still playing?
Yep. I am okay, honey.
He's no more tired of our shit than normal.
Is there a little dog in the background all ticked off?
I feel like
I tug away.
Tim's just making those noises.
So I need you. Because I need those other two. Oh, this is really gonna piss me off now. Hang on just a minute, guys, okay?
You're good. I'm not actually growling. Yeah, I get to meet Dompe now, don't I?
Yeah, you do. Jason Forest Wanderer. That is one of Red's. What are we at? 17 or 28 characters?
Yeah, something like that.
Depending on how Dig is with his world building, you could be like the greatest character you've ever made. And he's like, oh, yes, I get to make so many character names. I don't know if that's important to her or not, but
Well, he likes the story I've already crafted, so
The only reason that I would like to throw my character to death is because Dig told me that I could meet whatever's controlling me, maybe, and like he's got some kind of weird chart for how I end up rolling back in, and I kind of want to see that surprise play out.
Well, I played enough at this point that I usually am pretty good at figuring out whether or not I'm going to enjoy the character, and so I could avoid having to restart over and over. I was red early on in my D&D days in terms of getting tired of my character and rebuilding over and over. This case is one I've not had very often, where I want to change so the roleplay fits the group a little better.
I feel like Diggs made 8 backstories for Red already, and he's probably just getting real fucking tired of it.
I gotta admit, I got that vibe that he was that way when I said I'm like, "I'm not so sure on Kale," and he's like, you started. What you guys may or may not know is before I started session 1, I was
Yeah.
going to do a different character, and then I realized that mechanics were a little complicated for my first time playing on this engine. So, from a Diggs background in his campaign perspective, this would be my third character. So he could be feeling that for sure on my end.
Oh no, you don't. You do not understand what we're talking about here. Okay. In 12 game sessions, okay, Red changed characters every other session.
Holy shit! I've never been that fast.
It was
He's at least 4 deep.
constantly- Yeah.
Anyway,
And there's one character he didn't change, and Dig let him change how the character's subclass, and he still didn't stick with that.
nope.
Oh, and then he changed that like a game or two later.
Yep.
Well, I can assure you, I'll do sort of the same thing that Red promised this time. Is I'll stick with this one. Again, it's just for the roleplay reasons, and I know what I like.
It's really hard to play a character in a group that's like 12 sessions in, because you really have no explanation for what's going to happen.
That I can work with. If this was a group I had been with before, we wouldn't be having this this concern. It's now that I've got a feel for how the group plays. Now I'm playing a little bit too serious for. It's not even the right. The vibes are off.
We kind of play like money rules all. Like you throw money at us, and we're like, okay, where? We are the definition of careless mercenaries.
Yep.
Including the cleric.
Yeah, for sure. I heard he ain't handed out one damn holy pamphlet yet, and I'm pissed off about it.
Well, I rolled up with a goody two shoes boring anime protagonist, so it's not quite right.
Okay.
Hey, look, dude, you're one hit on the head from being somebody else. All I'm saying, you be the same character, but you lose your or change your attitude a little bit.
All right, Dig's trying to talk for game.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get to the graveyard, and Eve, who the elf that usually mans the door, nowhere to be found.
Ooh, that's not good. Well, looks like we're going to venture where we last seen Dave, which would be in that building up there, in hopes that my weird girlfriend doesn't catch sight of me. Because I don't think our poor anime protagonist is ready for that shit.
Oh my gosh, he's even snarling like Dompe would.
Yeah. Is Dave here? I know he's on the map, but is he here?
Yes, he is here.
I'm like, Dave,
Hey,
I need you to explain
look who-
some things to
look-
me.
Look who came back.
You know I'll always come back.
Yeah, but you don't always come back here.
Mm, Good
Usually
point.
come in a coffin, right?
Who's that?
exactly. Oh, that would be Kale.
Greetings. I'm Kale. I am one with the group of the Grim Deathsmith.
Dave looks at you and raises an eyebrow.
Namaste. I think that's the word. I don't actually know what that word means exactly.
Namaste. That's the
Namaste.
word.
But that's okay. We will give you points for trying.
Dave, my friend, can you
Dave.
explain this?
And Dave kind of looks at the little feller and he goes, "Where did you find him?"
Apparently in a cave full of my trophies.
Look at him. Where do you think we found him?
Cave full of trophies. I know nothing about that. True, you've never been one to take trophies. Ever.
You don't know of my wife and son.
As soon as you said wife, his face becomes completely flat.
Like he's trying to bluff us, but he's terrible at it.
No, he's very good at it.
Struck a chord there.
But, I mean, him and Grim have known each other for thousands of years. So,
Many of my lifetime.
yeah.
Oh, so this is not an ordinary gravedigger.
No.
Dave is many things. Ordinary is not among them.
No.
You told me you never wanted to talk about her.
Well, Dave, that's in a life that I can't remember.
And other conventions we have held, that does not stop it from happening.
In the cave I was in, there was speak of redeemers and enslavers.
Yes.
What's my role?
At one time, you have been a breaker of chain. In others, you've been one to put on the chain. I think man was still in his infancy then. I don't know. That was a long time ago.
Wait, this guy just used the phrase "man was still in his infancy." So does Dave not look like he's human?
No, Dave looks perfectly human.
Okay, so we're gonna.
Perfectly.
All
Go
right.
ahead and roll some checks there, Hotscat. Figure out what you want to figure out real quick. You're asking all the right questions.
Oh no, I have no idea. He totally is a human. I must have misunderstood what he said.
Speak to me, Dave.
You hear? I know you. You're the sealer.
He's the sealer. What does he seal? I'm asking little boy.
Doors or caskets. He starts moving back towards the door.
Did he seal your casket?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, I look at Dave and I'm not so sure I think I like Dave anymore.
Go, Dave. Speak up.
He might be able to read that on my face.
The boy knows not of what he speaks. Yes, I have sealed many a sarcophagus in my life, in my time.
Oh, that was an interesting slip of the tongue. Still, if someone knows who sealed their sarcophagus, that means they were conscious when that sarcophagus was sealed. Dave.
He reaches out and takes your hand, Kale, and kind of pulls you through the door. It's just not safe. Not safe.
I guess I kind of let him drag me, and I look back at Grim like, what should I do?
And I'm just going to give you a nod as if to approve your actions.
Okay. So I'll stick
And
with
I'm going to make a questionable action of my own.
Are you going to ask Dave a question?
I'm not going to ask him, no. I'm going to threateningly position myself, though. I'm going to summon my packed weapon and take a step closer to Dave. And be like, speak, Dave. We've been friends far too long for this silence.
My friend, the things you are asking about have to proceed as they are. Not
I know
how
anything,
we want them to be.
If I know anything about fate, it's not something I can change anyway. Speak.
This has nothing to do with fate. This
It has to do with my fate.
No, it has to do with your destiny. And that is completely different from fate. And that rings true in your head. Like, you've had that conversation with him before.
All right, real talk aside, this could just be mumbo jumbo that's not supposed to make sense. But to me, what is the difference between fate and destiny? Because I would have called those the same thing.
Okay.
Like really, just talking as a group, not necessarily what Dave thinks.
Fate is
Totally happy you asked that question because I'm wanting to hear this answer also.
fate is predetermined. You're automatically on a path that you can't avoid or make a decision to change. Destiny is something that you're destined to do in the end. So you are destined to be a great king, or you're destined to be the slayer of, the ancient black dragon. It doesn't mean that it affects how you get there. It's just in the end, that's what you're destined to be.
Those to me kind of sound like the same thing.
No. Okay. So
Fate can't be changed. Destiny is molded as you go.
right. And that's the important difference. Fate will always find a way to take and go the way it wants to. Destiny, you have control, minor, but you have control over.
Think of fate as like what's the movies where Final Destination movies? How death is just gonna find a way to kill you. You're supposed to die. Does that sound right?
So you have a chance at avoiding your destiny, but not avoiding your fate. Is that what you guys are saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like you're destined to become great, but I decided it was an awesome idea to walk drunk on a bridge that's 100 feet above the ocean, and I fall in and drown. Whereas destiny will prevent you from drowning by some circumstance and force you to walk along the bridge.
Did you mean to say fate there at the end?
Yeah, fate, sorry.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, fate is forcing you. You have no option of control, whereas destiny, you have option of control, albeit minor. But if you do something dumb to kill yourself, then obviously you weren't destined to do it. You can make a fool out of destiny, you can't make a fool out of fate.
Okay.
That's how I would do it.
Okay. I don't know that Tim, the person on Earth, agrees that that makes sense, but I can accept that that's how it is here in the lore. Absolutely. All right. Please continue.
Another lifetime with no answers. Do you know who pulls my string?
You're not listening. And his voice starts getting a lot deeper.
Well, if they're not pulling my strings, then who's bringing me back?
And Dave kind of puts his head down a little bit, just shakes it back and forth and says, can't believe we have to have this discussion again. Okay, I'm only going to explain this to this life once. No, you know what? I'm not going to explain anything. I'm just going to show you. And he grabs you by the hand and you vanish.
Oh, shit. I like it.
Okay, hold that thought for a couple of minutes. Now it's
Okay.
something we have to do here. Okay, so, okay, give me a minute.
Oh no, I was just letting you know that it was coming. I figured you could tell me what I can and can't get off of that.
There's only one of the fourth potion, sorry. Those are incredibly hard to come by.
So only one?
Yep.
Too easy.
Our money, man.
And-
Spending money.
Right?
And the that first thing after, no, absolutely no.
Okay. Hey, it don't hurt to try, right?
He
And that's
asked
why
for
I said
something
you can tell me yes or
perfectly
no.
fine. That's perfectly fine. I've got to look at the tattoo thing.
Too easy.
Yeah.
But that's a really smart choice, that dust. I'm just saying.
He asked for something
Okay.
real
Yeah,
fucking crazy there.
Because, I mean, that's... A lot of people don't look at that kind of stuff, and I think it's way underutilized.
I'm a big
Anyway.
fan of pocket sand, so
Yep. Okay.
It's saying.
He keeps kind of bringing you down, Kale.
Okay.
Like, he knows where he's going, but doesn't know where he's going. Does that make any sense?
ignore this
We got a
message. Big.
vague
It's the same thing, just edit it.
No. He goes this way. And could you make a investigate, please? Or try to make one anyway.
Yeah, the enlightened sheltered childhood is getting ready to change a lot.
Did you see the roll?
No, I did not. Sorry.
I got a 9. You're good.
9? Okay, that's still okay. You hear the kid mumbling something.
Okay.
And he keeps mumbling the same thing over and over and over again.
Okay.
If you would like to roll your Arcana, you can do that as well.
Sure. That's an 11 because
Yeah,
I rolled.
That's
I
perfectly
rolled
fine.
once over 10 this session.
He keeps saying mother over and over again, and you hear something moving in the graveyard to the north of you,
Oh boy.
and it's almost like the kid's under a geas. That's what the Arcana was for.
Ah. Okay, so this may not do any good if he's under a gesh, but I sort of try to slow down and hang back a little bit. I'm like, hey, listen, buddy, didn't we just learn that your mom's bad news?
We did.
Yeah, didn't and I'll be real here. This could be that me out of character misunderstood things, but I was like, didn't we just get chased out of the dungeon by her?
You don't know.
Don't know. Okay. I kind of got those vibes, but maybe they're misplaced. Okay. I guess I don't have any complaint then. We continue.
And he comes up here, and you see a woman, very like 1-day decay kind of a thing. You know, she's got lots of little pustules and all kinds of things. She has, red grayish hair, and her fingernails are red, like they had just been painted, which they were. And she looks like she was killed while she was on a date.
Okay.
And the kid looks at her and says, "Mother?" And
Wait.
Okay,
she looks like she was killed while she was on a date, or she looks like she was dolled up for a funeral? Because those are slightly different vibes.
No, she was on a date.
Okay.
And the kid looks at her and says, "Mother?" And what is your response?
An attempt at hiding disgust, I think.
Okay, roll wisdom.
It's a pair of talking corpses. You want wisdom?
Yes, please.
Just straight wisdom?
Yes, sir.
$13.
Okay. She speaks in what sounds like what is common, and she says, "Sweet, sweet child, I am not your mother. Do you know? Must have been fresh. You must have just been freshly raised. Oh, it's always horrible when someone so young is cut down when their life is merely beginning." But I was told I'm 1,000 years old. And she kind of cocks her head sideways, looking at him. It's like, poor child, somebody's telling stories. She looks at you and says, "You there? Did you raise him?"
No, I was there when he emerged from his coffin. This bit sarcophagus are they look all the same.
No, there's a difference there. Okay. Was it stone or was it metal?
I'll be straight, Dig. I didn't observe that detail.
Usually they're stone.
Okay, I say it was stone.
That is absolutely bizarre. Why would someone put someone so young in a sarcophagus? Do you know who his family is?
No, I have suspicions.
She kind of narrows her eyes and looks at you and raises an eyebrow. And those would be.
Listen, lady, I don't even know who you are.
I am. And she kind of smiles, and you see lots of rotted teeth. Grimm's girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
Did he come with you? Is he here?
He was talking to Dave last I saw.
Oh, that man, I swear to God. Is it ever too much to ask for a man to take and stop and see his woman first before he goes traipsing off with his hoodlum friends? I don't understand. In 1,000 years, I still don't understand why he acts the way he does. It completely drives my... Sorry, child. I did not mean to take and have that display. You know, children should not be around when adults start losing their... Anyway. All right. Well, let's go talk to him and find out what's going on. Was he there when the boy was raised?
Yes.
Okay.
But just to be clear, when we say raised, we're talking when he came out of his sarcophagus, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What else are
Why-
you expecting?
Well, I don't know
Right.
when it was that he turned into a jester vaguely.
Okay.
Just saying.
You're odd. You notice that the can I have an Arcana check, please?
Sure. I flop back over to skills.
Just out of character, real quick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're welcome to Grimm Storyline. It's wild.
Okay.
He's welcoming you onto the page because that's effectively what just happened.
Right. You're freaky and you like it squishy. I got it. I got an 11.
Yep. You notice that the geese isn't on him anymore.
Okay.
Now, where did those two hoodlums run off to? All right. Now to Dave and Grimm. Okay. You appear in front of a large black pyramid. You notice above the pyramid's door, you see effectively your sigil,
Ah.
your mark. And Dave looks at you and says, "Well, you wanted answers. I'm tired of you changing lives and forgetting everything. That damn orb that you were so important said was so important is the reason that you have been so fucked up over the last 5,000 years.
Do you know what that orb is?
Duh.
Hey, what's my name?
You're not there, by the way.
I know. I heard Orbis and I had to jump in.
Well, explain, Dave. Standing here staring at a black pyramid isn't giving me the answers I'm looking for.
Well, walk in the door, dummy.
All right, well, I'm going to walk through the door then.
Okay? You walk through the door, and you are in a large room, probably 60 by 60. You see on the left, as you walk in the door and you turn immediately to your left, you see a pedestal with a orb on it, glowing. Underneath of it, you see a small bronze plaque that said yourself that says orb of amnesia and insight.
Huh.
As you turn and follow along that wall, you see a pair of weapon hangers that look like they would fit your sword rather well. When you get to the back wall, you find that there are 3 chairs, stone, and they look like they would fit you. All 3 of them. Continue it along that wall.
Yep.
You see something in a strange script that says, I will never be broken again. And it has your sigil underneath of it. As you look along the next wall, you see another script written out. My destiny may be within my hands, but the fate of all rests with him. And he will survive. You continue down that wall.
I'm still here. I'm just listening.
You see a large picture of you, very
Yes.
flattering,
Ah.
and half of the picture has been completely cut out.
Do I see remnants of the other half?
All you see is a claw.
Now, I know I'm not there, but just to clarify the description, if you don't mind, is the half missing half of the portrait next to his visage, or is it like
Yes.
bisecting his body?
next.
So somebody was cut out of the portrait.
Correct. Immediately next to that picture, you see some manacles that look very familiar to you.
Like the ones I found in the other place.
Yes. And then in the if you were to come through the door and turn immediately to your right, you see a blue smoky ore.
What's it coming up? Oh, the blue smoky ore. It's in like a rock.
No, a blue smoky orb.
Orb. Gotcha. Is there any description of that orb?
Yep, underneath of it, it says and as you're watching, the orb changes.
What did it say underneath of it? It cut out. You cut out on me.
I said the orb, as you're looking at it, changes shape.
Okay.
It's too good. I can't let this go by. And it becomes an hourglass with blue sand. And
How much stands left in it?
Quite a lot. And underneath it, it said, "The memories of my lives." And after that, it says, days and days and days.
Can I touch it?
Yep.
Does anything happen?
Can you roll a D100, or do I need to roll it for you?
No, I can absolutely roll D100 now.
Okay. High or low?
Let's go with high.
Okay.
Wow.
Nope, nothing happens.
All right. Since I can't remember anything anyway, let's go boldly. Where no man has gone before. I'm gonna break the damn thing.
Okay. How?
I'm gonna pick it up and slam it.
Okay. Strength check.
$20.
Okay. You pick it up. And you throw it to the floor, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay. Strength check again, please. See how much force you put behind it?
15.
Okay. It bounces off the floor. And
Well,
stops at the feet of somebody standing in the room.
oh shit, who is it?
You.
I guess I'm gonna go hello there. Who are you?
In this life, is your eyes broken?
Well, you can't be me, because I'm here.
If we have learned nothing, is that time is very fluid. Who's to
So
say
you're
I can
saying
be in two places at once?
you're me from a different time.
I am.
What life are you?
I don't keep track anymore.
Well, do you know what brings us back?
Yes. And so
What would
we-
that be?
The vindictiveness of a woman.
Ah, and who is this woman?
And since I can sense Dave outside the door, I will guess that you made him bring you here.
Yes. I've seemed to have lost many of my memories over whatever lifetime I'm in now.
You won't remember this, you know that, right?
It's another memory on a pile full of flames. But it'll answer questions now.
Her name is Vasala.
And who is she to us?
To us, she used to be our wife.
Meanwhile,
And through her, we had a child.
I seem to have met him.
You see his eyes kind of, you see your eyes kind of change color. You have.
Brought him back from a sarcophagus in a place that told stories of our lives.
You're much closer than I thought you were.
He's amazingly spry.
Oh, you have no idea.
These cryptic answers make me seem like I might be the bad man. Like life is like my life or our life isn't destined for the greatest of things.
You smile and say, that occurred to us more than once.
And what is the conclusion that you've drawn?
We will restore a balance that has been off for millennia.
What balance could we possibly restore?
Drop down a channel, Bob.
Okay.
All right,
I'm sorry,
gentlemen.
guys. I can't let this metagame out.
Oh, you're good. I need some help trying to build more AC for my guy, but I'm not wearing armor.
Bracers
I
of
do have the
defense.
bracers of defense and the ring of protection already.
The only other thing you could get is a cloak of protection, which does 1 to AC and saving throws.
Okay.
I don't think there's any other items off the top of my head that can do AC without.
What is your dex and con?
Dex is 17, con 17.
You get
So
your
if you
dex
raise
up.
even 1 point, your AC will go up.
Okay.
The next level that you get a feat, you should choose the ability points and put 1 point into con, 1 point into dex. You'll get a bunch of extra health. And
Okay.
you'll also get an extra AC point out of the deal too.
2 AC. He's a barbarian, so his AC is his dex plus his con.
Oh yeah, you'll get 2 out of the deal. Plus you get a bunch of extra stuff on your saving throws too.
Okay. So next one, add 1 in the dex and 1 in the con. All right, cool.
Yeah,
That'll be level 8.
yeah, we got like 3 levels to go for that
Yeah.
one.
I'm not gonna remember that. Shit. All right, cool.
Well, when you get closer, you can. We're
Yeah,
both pretty
I'll ask again.
about that number shit. Yeah. If you ask us what you should do, and we hear that you got 2 17s,
Yeah, that's
well,
yeah, that's an immediate like above any item, man. Stats stay forever. Items do not.
Yeah.
As I horribly found out when my breastplate got disintegrated.
Honestly, though, my general opinion of the way a barbarian should be played, do not take this as me telling you what to do. I do not mean
No,
it
you
that way.
could help me out.
Okay. So a barbarian has lots and lots of hit points
Mhm.
and takes half damage.
Mhm.
So forget AC. You're going to stay alive because you're impossible to kill even if they hit you, in theory. So having some AC is nice, but it's not as big a deal because you take half damage and then on top of that you have more hit points. It's kind of like even if everything hits you, you get hit a quarter as much as everyone else. Kind of.
Okay.
So while AC is not bad, don't focus on it. One thing
Okay.
you might consider even, as a barbarian at level 2, you get this ability called Reckless Attack, where you can be a
I do
double-edged
have
sword.
that.
If you want,
Okay.
on your turns, you can attack at advantage. The downside is everything attacks you at advantage if you do that. And so the idea of this strategy is to just say, forget AC, don't waste any resources on it. Go for hit
Rage.
points.
Yeah, rage and hit points half
Okay.
damage when you get hit. So even if they do hit you, they're hitting you for half as much.
And they are going to hit you because they're rolling at advantage, but you don't care because you've
Mhm.
got so many hit points and they're doing half damage. And the idea is you kill them first. So the theory in this style of play is go for offense
Okay.
or hit points.
So now, which ones build up my hit points on this one? Because mine were only like a 55, which don't
So-
sound high compared to most
Yeah,
people. It seems like.
I'm at 68,
See.
but I have a
Um,
higher con.
He's got a higher constitution. He also, are you a Hildorf?
Yeah, which also gives me the feat for
He's-
2.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a Hildorf gets extra hit points. There's a feat you could take that would give you extra hit points too, but I mean that's not a whole lot different than just raising your con. There might be an amulet of fortitude or amulet of health or something like that that gives you extra hit points without raising your constitution.
Mhm.
But the answer to both your questions has been up the constitution.
Okay.
The feat that he was talking about is called toughness. You get your maximum health's increased by 1, and then it increases by 1 every level. So like that feat alone gives me like at level 5, 6 health, I think is what it is.
Okay.
Plus
Well,
I
let's
have
see.
a 20 in constitution, so I'm getting plus 5 health just from the constitution there as well.
Mhm.
If you did want to go the feat route rather than the dwarf route, which I know you can't go dwarf at this point, the feat route I think is actually 2 hit points per level. That way, it's better than just raising your constitution in terms of hit points.
Yeah, it's a good choice either way. You know, either do the dex and the con to get the extra 2 AC so you're not hit as often with the better saving throws, but if you're recklessing and attacking every turn, you're just accepting the fact that, you know.
Oh, I could do that every turn?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't cost any.
Okay.
The downside for getting advantage is giving
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah.
But you,
So I didn't realize I could do that every turn. I thought that was just like a one-time thing.
to be honest, in your situation with the items you have, I would be reckless attacking every single turn because
Okay.
of your flame swords or your flame hammer or
Yeah.
whatever it is. you're doing your, it's a 1d10 or whatever plus
Let's use
2d6
2d6. Yeah.
every
Yeah.
single turn, basically almost guaranteed with advantage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Versus missing a turn and then they hit you anyways. So it's like, fuck
Yeah.
it, whatever. Because I mean, realistically,
You
2
rely on the to heal you after the fight.
What's-
In theory, that's
What's your
enemy
AC at
talk.
right now?
Say what?
What's your AC at?
19.
Yeah, I mean 19 is already pretty high. You know, if you got, you know,
he's right. It may not sound like a lot, but the way the numbers are in
Mhm.
5th edition,
mathematically speaking, 19 is still pretty high. But like some of the, like realistically, like just as an example, let's say you had 21 AC, right? Let's say you got a cloak of
Mhm.
protection. You're at 22 AC. Aside from wielding a shield, you really can't get much higher without getting your dex to a 20. Let's
Okay.
just say, for argument's sake, that you are at like a 24 for AC, right? Let's just say top end, best case scenario. When you're fighting dragons and archliches and all this other shit that's got like plus 13 to attack, they
Mhm.
basically have to roll a fucking 11 or higher every turn to hit you.
which is 50-50.
It's a
And that's
50.
not a whole lot better. That's not a whole lot better for you than if they have to roll an 8 versus if
Yeah.
they have to roll an 11.
An 8 versus an 11. It's like a 3-point. Just think about the amount of times that Bob rolled under 10, like the whole combat. You know,
Yeah.
it all comes down to luck of the dice sometimes. And in this particular instance, 19's already really good. If it was me, I would do what he said. Focus on getting health and focus on just doing as much damage as you possibly can. It's a shame you're not a dual wielding barbarian, honestly.
I
Because
want to say I have that.
with dual
Pretty much.
wield, if you have the perk for dual wield,
Yeah, I
then
have
let's-
2 weapon fighting.
Yeah, so with 2-weapon fighting, let's say you're wielding 2 one-handed flame tongues, right?
Hmm.
Long swords, we'll say. You're doing 1d8 with each long sword, and then you're doing 4d6 in fire damage each turn,
I didn't think about that.
because you can attack twice with your main action, and you get your bonus action where you can attack with the offhand weapon. So you actually get 3 attacks a turn
3 attacks.
once you hit certain level. Like you can start really packing up the extra attacks, plus you're raging, so you do extra damage from the rage. Yeah,
The
barbarians.
trade-off is you have to use weaker weapons, and you have to have
Mhm.
something to make that offhand attack good. When you say you have 2-weapon fighting, do you mean you have the fighting style for 2-weapon fighting?
Yeah, I believe so. It says in my bonus actions I have 2 weapon fighting.
Okay, no, that's just an option everyone has.
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody has.
Yeah.
I can
2-weapon
get it.
fighting.
I get what you're saying though. And when
So
we
The,
level up or whatever.
So,
what I'm saying is, if you don't take a level in fighter or something that gives you the extra fighting style, then you don't get to add your strength to that offhand weapon, and it becomes a lot less good.
Okay.
yeah, so
So I wouldn't
it's-
worry too much about the fact that you're only wielding one weapon.
Yeah, so instead of doing like 1d8 plus 5 per swing, you're doing 1d8 flat. The exception
Right.
to that rule,
Okay.
like where I think that dual wield, like it would be worth taking the loss in the damage on the second weapon, would be if both of your weapons were flame tongue, because then having the extra 2d6s would make up
for
a
it.
little bit. It statistically, it'll make up for it in damage a little bit. It's not by a lot, because you're losing, let's say you lose 4 damage on the second weapon, and then because you're 2-weapon fighting, the first weapon is going to be doing a 1d8 instead of a 1d10. So on the top end, you're losing 2 damage. So let's say total you're losing 6 damage, which means on your second weapon, you need to roll higher than effectively a 2 on each dice to break even, and a 3 on each dice to actually do slightly more damage. So anything above a 3 on all dice, you're doing more damage. So it still makes up for it statistically speaking. but you'll run into some instances where you roll a 1, a 2, and a 2, and you're doing less damage than if you had just a simple two-handed weapon in that aspect.
The other trade-offs there, though, is he has to invest in another weapon, and
Yeah.
I think
you have to have another one.
Yeah.
and we're talking another magic weapon, another rare magic
yeah.
weapon.
And technically, he has to invest in 2 magic weapons because he can't dual wield the two-hander with the one-hander.
No.
Great.
But I mean, I'm sure they would let me trade one for one.
I think that if Dig let you find a vendor where you could trade your two-handed one for 2 one-handers, he
Right.
might let you
Yeah.
skim by with that. But if
Okay.
you had
You also have to do it with light weapons, so it's
Yeah.
not really going down from a D10 to a D8. You have to go down to D6s in each hand.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you need the
There-
light property in order to be able to swing
Yeah.
with your bonus action.
And we're playing 2024, so they both have to be light.
Yeah,
What does
so,
that mean? Like,
so there's a
Uh,
light property. So light is like
So-
not a
Yeah,
as a
no,
heavy
I
weapon.
see it. I see it. It's
I
like
guess-
I'm
Yeah,
looking
the
at one
weak
now. The
weapons.
short sword says finesse light. Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's basically a way to say you can't wield the big heavy shit. You got to wield the light
Yeah.
little.
So like flame tongue scimitars, for example, are really good ones.
hmm
So like those are with the flame active, it's 3d6 per weapon. Okay. So you're doing, if you could hit
Oh,
with
that's
both
something-
weapons, you're
That's something we
doing,
didn't consider. You got
Huh?
to activate the flame from each weapon.
yeah, so you can activate it and then just not deactivate it, but you have to hold the weapons the entire time.
hmm
So you could do like, you effectively you would do 66 plus 4, or you can do
Morning star
1d10 and 2d6 plus 4. It's close enough that you're losing a little bit of damage by not having the dual wielding aspect, but
hmm
you really have to build your character for dual wielding. Like you're either
Okay.
a two-hander or you're a one hand in each hand. You kind of have to build it for it. That's how I did my
That one, yeah, the bug one, right?
yeah, that's how I did my Thrycreen.
There you go. Okay.
I wouldn't be too upset about it. There's also another advantage we're forgetting about the one-handed stuff because you're a barbarian. So as you level up in the barbarian, your crits get better.
hmm
Yeah, you can get
And
into 19. Is it?
no, that's true. He gets to roll more dice when he crits.
Oh, that's right. I remember. Yeah, 19 was the
When you-
Cavalier for fighters.
Or it's the champion, and the blade bound warlock.
Yeah,
They're the only ones that get the crit range. But
and they go down to
Um,
18 at top end, which is pretty insane with 5 attack actions too, which is pretty awesome.
the way your crits grow as a barbarian, you're incentivized to roll a big die on your weapons. So it's not quite such a big loss to lose the 2 weapon. I wouldn't
Mhm.
sweat too much. 2 weapon probably would be, but I wouldn't worry about it.
Which
Okay.
flame tongue do you have, D?
The Warhammer.
I would, if, and this is just my own thought process, it's totally up
Mhm.
to you. If you were able to get your hands and trade out your Warhammer for the flame tongue greatsword,
Great.
Mhm.
it'd be better damage because the hammer does 1d8 plus 2d6, whereas
Mhm.
the greatsword does 2d6 plus 2d6. So you get 4d6 versus 1d8 and 2d6. So you end up doing more damage with the greatsword versus with the big hammer. So there's that too.
Oh, the big one's D10 while it's on.
Yep. So like you
While
could,
it's flaming, it's a D10 and 2d6.
so
But
think
this one, you say it 4d6 is what it is, huh?
yeah, if you think about it like from a math standpoint, if you roll your d10 and you roll a 1, you only do 1, right?
Yeah.
But if you roll 2 d6s and you roll a 1 on each d6, you're still doing 2. You
Still 2.
technically will always do more damage statistically.
Mhm.
On the
Yeah.
upper end, you can also roll a 12.
Two-handed.
Yeah, on the upper end you can roll a 12 instead of a 10.
Okay.
D, don't do it.
All right.
he was asking about advice on what to buy.
Right. And something neither of you brought up is that there are an awful lot of things in the world that are immune to slashing and piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much to blunt.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And some things only take damage from blunt.
Oh, that makes it easy then. What I was thinking then. Okay.
Just pointing that out so that you've got all the information.
I would also mention that you always have the option to punch for bludgeoning.
Flying
So-
headbutt.
You see Dave and Grim reappear. Poink! Where the hell have you hooligans been?
I don't know.
And would it cost you too much to take and stop by my room and say hi?
Well, I knew I'd be back here. I'd see you eventually.
I swear you drive, Daedalus, drive my patience. You just, why is it that I seem to be second or third on your list?
You're not second or third. I saved the best for last.
And she kind of looks at you through like slitted eyes and it's like, don't you try any of that fast talk shit on me.
That's like a pretty slick line.
It's not fast talk, sweetie. Let's have that dinner.
Well, Madeline, I know you don't like her, but she did do my nails. And she did hem up the dress a little bit. So you've got a little better access.
Please tell me they're coffin shaped.
And so, what are you doing, Kale?
I don't know. I just saw people materialize in front of me and then have a marital dispute.
That's exactly what
Not
happened.
marital dispute.
Well, that's
Domestic.
true. They're not married, but domestic
Domestic.
dispute for
Ooh.
sure. So what are you doing?
I guess so. You and Dave are good then.
That is
Yes,
directed
we're
at
fine.
Grim.
It seems to go that way with us every time we meet.
That seems kind of like a toxic friendship, but all right. So, do we have anything else to do here? What should we do with the, undead child? I don't know that he'd be welcomed with open arms in the city.
What? He looks at you. Why not? Don't you like me?
I said in the city, buddy. I haven't shown you anything. Any indication of not being happy?
Oh. Well, okay.
I'm going to turn to Dave and ask him if he can send for a big dinner or if he has a big dinner that he can prepare.
No. Bad dog.
I'm no cook. I take that back. I haven't been a cook in many years. I don't know. Maybe. I'll have to go to town to get a few things, but I might be able to whip something up.
Well, you go to town, and I'm going to take old Kel here and introduce him to a couple things that go bump in the night. Let him peek across the veil.
Are you sure you want to do that without me here?
We'll be all right, Dave. Speaking of stuff that goes bump in the night, where's your receptionist?
What do you mean?
I didn't see her in the yard.
That's unusual. Dave comes walking out. Yee!
Oh, follow him, boys.
Eve, where are you?
So I sort of murmur in Grimm's ear as we're following. So
Okay.
this has been around for thousands of years, and he chooses to live in this. I gesture vaguely at the whatever that building is.
Graveyard.
Yeah. He's not very good with money, is he?
Well, there's things that aren't real accepted in town.
So live on the edge of town. I mean, that's basically what he's doing, right?
Well,
Can I get a perception check?
yes.
Both of you.
Hey, I rolled over a 10. That's a 21.
And I got a 14.
Kale, you hear there he is! Kill him!
Oh boy. All the rocks in the vicinity around me levitate into the air defensively.
And I'm going to go, oh, it feels we're in for a show, boy. Let's find Dave.
Before you move, go back.
Up.
As you bring up your rocks,
Uh-huh.
I need a dex check, Grim, and from you as well, Kale.
Can this be a save or acrobatics, or is it just straight?
Straight, please. Or no, it would be a save.
13.
Okay.
11.
Just a second. I need to find something really, really quick. Only take a second.
1 Mississippi. Which I only do because you said that before.
I was going to say.
That's perfectly fine. You see a Medusa just appear on the path and point at you, and a red beam strikes you, killing you instantly.
Oh, damn.
That's intercession, all right.
Well,
Damn it!
shit.
So
And she takes
Just
you.
for clarification.
Just a minute. I'm not done yet. She starts wiggling her fingers again, and you hear a loud scream and see a cone of white come from somewhere. You're not sure where, and it completely dissolves the Medusa.
now, was I killed or petrified since I was a Medusa?
You were killed.
No, you were flat out annihilated, sir. There's not even a
Destroyed
PC you left.
Now, while you're standing there, kind of, what the fuck was all that about?
The fuck?
A small white glowing crystal appears in the air next to you and then attaches itself to your belt.
Damn.
By the way, we appreciate how hilarious this would be on screen. Like, so you hear in the distance, there he is, get him. And so suddenly you start getting ready to fight, and then out of nowhere, just poof. And then the thing that killed you, poof. Then the last guy grabs just saying, they're like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Grim, you now see you're standing on a battlement
Yes.
in full plate armor, silver armor to be more precise.
Huh.
And you see fireballs and lightning bolts and all kinds of things crashing, on top of you from above. And you look to your right, and Dave is just standing there with his hands out, going, "They can't harm us. I refuse to allow it." And then you're back in the graveyard.
Feel as befuddled as I was just a second ago.
3 games in and dead. That's pretty. I think it's a record.
Yes, it is. Sorry, I can't get my shit together because
I'm pretty sure that's a record, honestly.
fucking blasted it.
Well, by you guys' own account, Red has done this campaign faster.
Oh man.
True.
To be fair,
That
he's
is
never
true.
killed his own character, though. I don't think.
Yeah, remember he jumped on the dragon and then
Oh,
fell
yes, he
off
did.
the claw. Granted, that was in Noah's campaign, but still.
Oh. God's like, question your character in my game, motherfucker.
This is what happens when you question your destiny.
I don't know if I'd like playing this or not. Poof.
Well, took the choice away from you.
I'm gonna try to find Dave real quick and see what happened there, if he was part of that or not.
By the way, did we just traumatize your undead kid?
He didn't get to see it.
Yes, he did.
I'd like
Yeah,
to think
that's-
it's
That's where we were. That was.
That could
Where do
definitely
you
be
think-
traumatizing, man.
And the scream and the white thing that covered the Medusa, that came from
Yeah.
him.
Oh shit.
Because that woman destroyed his only friend.
That she did.
You find Dave, and he's bent over Eve, who's on the ground, looks like she's been beaten up and stabbed several times.
Dave, can you help her?
Grim, I gotta say, how bad is our eyesight that we didn't see her on the way in?
We did exactly look.
I should be okay. She should be okay. It's just going to take some time. Is your cleric friend around? He could do this much faster than I can.
I shall try and find him.
Okay.
We really need fantasy walkie-talkies.
fantasy walkie-talkies. Good luck finding me in the middle of this giant city. I'm somewhere around.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be game for tonight. Things are starting to move at a little bit quicker clip now. We do mourn Kale and his loss, for he was becoming an integral part of the party, but fate was not smiling kindly upon him.
Get into the fucking promised land, no questions asked. Well, I hope it was the promised land.
So if take pour one out for Kale. Not that he drinks, but the sentiment will be there. And that is where we will end tonight. Make sure you tune in next week so that you can see who's next, or if more of the story will become readily apparent, because you just don't know what's going to happen in the Chronicles of the Spheres.
Just remember,
All right, everybody.
next.
That was a good. We had a decent session. Things went really well. Hope everybody enjoyed. So tune in next time when you'll hear Grim say,
What?
Goodbye, character.
"Thank you very much. Have a good night, folks."
He just got smoked so hard.
Fucking spotted by the DOS god.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, Player Handbook
I
creates a
wouldn't-
new character.
I wouldn't be laughing so hard, but I knew you wanted to create another character.
And in